So hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture I am going to explain how you can troubleshoot the SonarQube installation error on the Linux machine one by one. If you are going to prepare a SonarQube server on the AWS Linux machine, then definitely you will face some error, and how you can resolve this error I'm going to show one by one. So this video is going to very helpful, and this will be the master video. First we will troubleshoot the SonarQube installation error, and then we will see how we can install the SonarQube latest version on the Linux machine, and finally we will access the SonarQube web server. So I am on the AWS console, and inside this console if you go to the instance, we are going to create a new instance here. So first let me launch a new instance. So I will click on the launch instance. Now let me create an instance quickly because I have already explained how we can create a AWS instance. This I am going to create the SonarQube demo server. Now here the application OS, you can select the Amazon Linux. Now if you scroll down, you can see there are the two Linux machines are there, Linux 2023 and Linux 2. So which one you need to select? Both are eligible for the free trial. So we are going to select the Linux 2 because we can run the Amazon Linux extra command on this machine. So I'm going to select this Linux 2 machine as of now, and now you can see this is a username, EC2 username, and here the instance time will be a t2.micro, and this is the free tier eligible. So now select the key pair. So I'm going to create a new key pair. So now the new AWS demo key. So I'm providing the key pair name. Now I'm going to create a key pair, and you can see this key pair is downloaded here. So I will go to this folder, I will copy this one, and then I'll go to our folder AWS keys, and I will place the keys at the one folder in my local systems. Then go back to the browser. Now you can see the key pair is selected here. Now under the network settings, you no need to do anything. The network settings, this is the VPC and this is the subnet. Auto assign IP address will be the enable, and this is the security group. So as of now it is allowing the SSH traffic from anywhere. So this is IP version 4, so you can select anywhere. And now if you scroll down, you can see the configuring storage will be this one, 1 GB. Now everything is done. Now I'm going to launch the instance. Alright, so successfully initiated the launch of the instance. So now I'm going to connect with this instance. Now you can see this will take time to be in the running state. So this is in the pending. So if you refresh the page, within 3 to 4 seconds, the instance should be in the running mode. I can see this is in the running mode. So I'm going to select this checkbox, and then I will see the details. So under the details, under the instance summary, so I'm going to copy this IP address. Now I want to access this Linux machine. So for that I am using the mobile external terminal. So I'm going to start a new session. So first I will click on the sessions, then selecting the SSH. Now here I'm going to provide the remote host name and specify the user. So the initial user was EC2-user, and the port number was 22 where my SSH was running. So now click on the advanced SSH settings, use the private key which we have downloaded on this system. So just now we have downloaded new AWS demo key. So I'm going to open this key. Now say OK. Now you can see this is Amazon Linux 2 machine is there. Now we are just login, so I'm just going to clear first this console, and now let me become the sudo root. So I'm going to say su minus, so I am on the root user. Okay, if I say ll minus a, you can see we have the .base profile, .base, CSR, SSH, everything is there. Now first thing is that I need to install the Java on this system. Without the JDK I cannot perform the SonarQube installation, and the SonarQube will not be up and running. So we need to install the JDK. So usually we go to the Amazon Linux extras. So usually we go to the Amazon Linux extras, and there we are looking for the openJDK. So if you see, we don't have the openJDK here. You can see this is not there. So if I want to install the EPL package, EPL is the package where the softwares we can install, the applications we can install on this machine. So I just install the EPL package because under the Amazon Linux extras, you can see this is the EPL package is there. This is the EPL package is there. So we just install this package and now press yes. Okay. So the installation is completed. We have the latest EPL package is there. So now if you go and see, this is the EPL latest is enabled. Now if I look here the openJDK, can't see the JDK is maintained here. There are no JDK which is maintained here under this EPL latest machine. Now how can we install the JDK and openJDK here? We need to install the JDK 17 so that we can use the SonarQube server. Alright, so we don't have the openJDK here and if you go to the Amazon AWS documentations, there are the ALT extra library Amazon Linux 2. So if I click on this link, you can type Amazon Linux extra EPL not maintained. So you will see this link, and here you will see the AL2 extra library, and there are the warnings. The EPL extra enables the third-party EPL. 30th of the July 2024, the third-party repository no longer being maintained. That means you won't get the latest update if you are going to install the software through the EPL packages. The third-party repository will have no future updates. You can see they are clearly saying that there is no future updates are there. This means there will be no security fixes for the package in the EPL repository. So whatever you have in the EPL repository, so you can see this is the EPL repository. Latest is there. Inside the EPL repositories, we are having these applications and the softwares to be installed, but they are not maintaining the latest one. So that's why we are not able to see the openJDK latest one, 17, 18 or the 19 we are not getting here. That's why this is the reason we cannot install through this one. So now how can we install the Java? Because we need the Java to be installed on this system. So first you can type the yum and then list and Java and star. You can just type the yum list Java star, and after that it is going to give you the Java. Okay, so here we have the JDK is there. So JDK 11, if you want to install the JDK 8, you can see this is the Java 1.8 openJDK demo is there. So you can install this one or you can install this one. So this is the right one. If you are looking for the openJDK 8, so you can install this one. I will show how you can install, but I need to install the openJDK 17. This is the right package, Java 17 Amazon Corito 86 and 64-bit. So this is the right package from where I'm going to install the openJDK 17. So first let's come down. Now here I'm going to say yum install. So you can type the yum install and then you can select your package and right click. Okay, and then enter. Now you can see this is going to install. So the installation is started. So I press yes, and now this is going to install the Java 17 on this machine first. Alright, so installation is complete. So first let me clear the screen. Now let me check the hyphen version. So by this command Java hyphen version, you can see the Java version. openJDK is there. So this is the LTS version openJDK. And openJDK runtime environment Corito 17 is there. So build number 17, this is done. We have the Java here. So this confirms that Java is installed on our systems. But I need to find where is my Java, because I need the path to be set up on this system. So for that you can use the one command, find / space hyphen name space then Java hyphen 17 then star and press enter. Now you can see it will give me the location. So this is the location. So this is the location of your Java. So I'm going to copy this location and I will paste on the notepad for the future use. Now we have the Java. So how can you set up the path of your Java? So for that what you can do, you can type the one command ll-a. So now we are going to set up the Java in the .base profile. So this is the main profile for this Linux machine. So inside that we are going to set up the Java profile. Okay, so first we need to access this file. So I'm going to access by using the vi command, and then I'm going to copy this file and enter. Now you can see this open this file. Now how can we make to be editable? So press I. You can see now you can insert here. So now just scroll down. You can come here. Now here type the Java home in the capital letters, then equal to symbol. Now copy this path exactly. Okay, same path you can copy, come here and paste it here. Now just scroll down. Now colon. Okay, now press the dollar symbol, and then you can provide the complete name Java home. So this is the Java home path is set up. Now press escape button and then press colon WQ and press enter. Now your .base profile is updated with the latest version of the Java. But to make it the enable, we need to reload this .base profile. So how can we reload this .base profile? We are using to use the source command. So source, and then you can press the base.profile name. So this is reload the .base profiles. Now you can see the Java is set up. If you go and see in the VI editor, you can see the Java is set up here. Now I'll come out from this one now. Okay, so Java is completely set up here. Now we can install the SonarQube server. So till now we don't have any error. We have set up the Java. openJDK 17 version is there. Why? Because if you go to the SonarQube, so this is the docs.sonarsource.com, and under that if you go and if you select the latest version is the 10.7. This is the SonarQube's 10.7 documentation. So you can go this link docs.sonarsource.com/sonarcube/latest, and after that this side on the left side if you go server installation in the setup, and if you see the pre-installation steps, and then we have the installation requirement is there. So click on the overview, and if you scroll down database server host requirement and the recommendations, and so I will click on this one, and if you scroll down you can see the software requirements are there. So we have the web browser, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla, Google Chrome and the Safari. The latest version it will support when you're going to access the SonarQube web server. Now here the Java version is there. So applies only a server installation from a zip file. First it will allow the open Oracle JRE or openJDK. There are only the two packages it will allow. One is from the Oracle, second is from the openJDK. Okay, and the Java version is it is saying the 17. If you are going to set up the 10.7, this is the latest version. And recommendation, use Java CPU, critical page object release. And if you are going to use the 9.9 LTA, and if you see the requirement and overview, you can see this is the Java Oracle version JRE, still they require the Java 17, and this is the openJDK, still they require the Java 17 till 9.9 LTA. And above that if you have any versions, it required the Oracle and openJDK 17. That's why we have set up the openJDK 17 on our Linux machine. So this is done. Now second step is that now we are going to set up the SonarQube server on our Linux machine. So first let me go to the OPT folder, because all the softwares we are keeping in the OPD folder. So if I'll go to the cd/opd, and inside the OPD let me check what is all there. So if I type ll-a, this command will give me all the directories inside this folder. So inside the OPD we have the AWS and RS. So that means we don't have the SonarQube zip file is there. So now I need to download this zip file for this server. So for that I'll type the wget is the command to download. Now let me go to the browser, and here I need to get the browser link to be downloaded of the latest version. So for that I'll go to the SonarQube official website. Now on the browser you can type download SonarQube, and after that it will give you the Sonar source, www.sonarsource.com, and SonarQube and the downloads page. So it will take you to the downloads page, and for the Windows we downloaded from the community editions, but here we are using the Linux machine. So how can we download for that? So if I right click on this one, I cannot copy this path, because I will click on this one and then it will give me the downloaded folder directly. So I cannot copy this path. So this is again the challenge we are going to face. So I'm going to scroll down. Here you can see the SonarQube 9.97 LTA is there, and here the community developer edition enterprises is there. And now if I right click on this, I can get the copy the link address. So I'll copy the link address. Now here in the command prompt I will paste this one. So now you can see it will give me the whole link. Okay, this is the complete link with all the strings it is giving me. and if I go with this link and if I download, it will not work. Okay, because we have downloaded the folder, how in the zip format. Okay, so if I suppose, for example, if I click on download for free and download only, download folder is this one. This is the zip file we are going to download. So I'm going now just scroll down, and we are not seeing the version number 10.7. This is the latest version we need to download, and here we are getting the SonarQube 9.97 LTE version is there. How can we download the latest version for our Linux machine? So from here we cannot download, and if I go and select, I can't select any latest version. So for that, I'll go to this side, and you can see our decision guide. So I'm going to click on this one, and then you can see the SonarQube server long-term active is there. This page we are getting. Just scroll down, and now you can see download the latest LTE. So you can see this is the latest LTE is there. So now this is the SonarQube server download. Click on this one and copy the link address, and now come to your notepad and now paste it here. Now still you are seeing this is the historical downloads page is there. You can see this will not work in the Linux system. So I'm going to click on this one. Now I can see download the previous SonarQube server versions is there. Okay, so the link is the historical downloads, and under this link I have the download previous SonarQube server version is there. Now download the latest. Now here I can see the download the latest, and this is the SonarQube 10.6 is there, which we can download from here. Now you can see under this editions we have the SonarQube 10.6 is there. So I'm going to right click on this one, copy the link. Now here I'm going to paste it here. Now you can see this is the extra thing also getting, but we are getting this zip folder is there. So what you can do, you can go to the Edge browser, and inside the Edge browser you can paste the same URL. If your Chrome is not updated, now you scroll down, and this time if you copy the link and if you can paste it from the Edge browser, you can see this is the link. This is the valid link we can use to download the binaries for our Linux systems, and you can also select directly from here. So I just came to explain you like we need this link. You can copy this link if you are working with Chrome and leave after the question mark. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link. This is the valid link we are going to copy, and now here this is the latest version. So like that you can get the latest version binary link for your SonarQube server. Now all is set. Now let's go back to our Linux machine. Now enter this URL. Now press enter. Now you can see the downloading will start here. Alright, so we got the SonarQube 10.6 zip file is there. So if I go in OPT folder, I can see the SonarQube zip file is there. This is the zip file. So first we need to unzip this one. So I'm going to type unzip is the command to unzip the zip file. So I'm just going to copy this package and then enter. Now it is going to unzip the folder. Okay, so it is started. Alright, so this is done. Now first let me clear the screen. Now type ll. You can see this is the SonarQube server folder is there, and this is your zip file, and inside the zip file we have this folder. Now first let me rename this folder. So what I will do, I will type the mv command, and then I will copy this folder name, and then I will just say SonarQube. Okay, and then enter. So if I go and see, I can see the folder name got changed is the SonarQube. So now let me go inside this SonarQube folder, and if I see the bin folder is there, con folder is there, data, lib, logs, temp, and the web folder is there. So first let me go inside the bin, and inside the bin we have all the operating systems. So you know how we are doing in the Windows, the same. We're just going inside the bin. We have the Linux folder is there, Macintosh is there, Windows is there, and Windows license is there. So now we have all the operating system. These are the directories. Now first let me rename this Linux so that it will be easy in the future to switch in this directly. So I just say Linux. Okay, so now just take me to Linux. Now let me clear. So till now we are inside the bin. Now let me come out. So cd // I just come out from the SonarQube. Now let me check all the folder. Now inside the conf folder, if you see all the files, you can see the sonar.property file is there. So now this file is there. So now let me come outside. Alright, so now we are inside the opt folder. So first let me go to the SonarQube. So cd SonarQube. Okay, and then type ll. Now I'm going to inside this one cd bin, type ll. Now let me go to the Linux folder. Inside the Linux folder, you can see we have the one file sonar.sh is there. Now I want to open this file, so for that I will use the command cat and then sonar.sh, and you can see there are some commands inside that one. So what are all the commands? If you scroll down, you can see the console, start, stop, restart, status, and the dump. Okay, so we will use this command with the prefix and with the start, stop, restart, and the status of the SonarQube server. So let me clear this one. Now I want to start the SonarQube server. So first we have the sonar.sh. So I will type the /sonar.sh. Then first let me check the status. You can see SonarQube is not running. You can see that. Now I'm going to start the SonarQube. So /sh. Then you can type the rt. So we just start the SonarQube server. You can see this is starting the SonarQube server. So started the SonarQube server. Now let me go back to the browser. And now here I'm going to access this SonarQube server. So how can you access? First go to your EC2 instance, copy the IP address, public IP address, paste it here, then enter the colon, then your port number 9000 and enter. Now you can see this is the first error. It doesn't support the secure connections, and if you continue the site is not secure. So if I continue this site, you can see you will get the site cannot be reached. This is the one more error we are getting. The site cannot be reached. So you are not able to access the SonarQube by this way. So let me go back to this terminal and let me check what is the error. So for that, first let me come outside from this folder and I will go to the logs folder, and this time I can see the sonar.log is generated. You can see. So first let me clear, and I can see the sonar.log. So first let me open this one. So how can you open? Cat command, then your log file name. Now here you can see we are getting the errors. Cleaning Elasticsearch is listening on this port. The SonarQube is stopped. Okay, and you can see waiting for the Elasticsearch to be up and running. This is the main problem we are seeing. The SonarQube is stopped. SonarQube is not up and running. Okay, so if you go and see on the Google's on the Stack Overflow, this site cannot be reached, you will get the solutions to change your security inbound rule. So okay, let me go back to my SonarQube and let me go to my AWS EC2 machines. I will go to the security, and now here I have the one security group. I will click on this security group, and under the security group I have the inbound rules, and I am going to edit my inbound rules here. So just let me add a rule. This is a custom TCP and the port number will be the 9000, and now I'm entering anywhere IP version 4. Okay, and the description will be the optional. Even I'm adding the rule, and now I'm going to save the rules. If I go and start the server again, so what will happen? So first let me come out from this one, then I'll go to the bin/Linux. So I am inside the Linux, and now let me start this one. So ./sonar.sh start. So now you can see this is starting the SonarQube, and this started the SonarQube. We got the message here, and if I go to the browser and if I refresh it, you can see this is not going to up and running. Okay, this is not going to up and running. So this is the error we are getting. And if I go back Linux server, and if I go to the logs, and if I open the sonar.log, you can see the SonarQube is automatically stopped. You can see that means the SonarQube is not up and running, so we are not able to access the SonarQube which is set up on this machine. It means we got some idea, that means we have the problem with the SonarQube server. So now let me go back to the SonarQube documentations. You can go to the pre-install SonarQube, and if you scroll down, prerequisite and the overview, and if I scroll down, if I go to the hardware requirements, the category is the RAM. So the first, the small scale installation, at least 4 GB of the RAM we required, and for the large scale installations, the 16 GB of the RAM is required. Out of the 4 GB RAM, the SonarQube will use 2 GB of the RAM, and the 1 GB RAM it want to be free. Okay, so at least 4 GB of the RAM we required, and it is required the 64-bit system which is having the 2 cores. Alright, this is the processor type, and for the disk space it is required 30 GB. So at least 30 GB, but we can maintain with the 8 GB. Okay, depends on how much code you analyze with the SonarQube. Now if you scroll down, you can see the RAM. It is saying that it is recommended that you give the 50% of the available RAM to the Elasticsearch heap. So what I said, if you are having the 4 GB RAM, the 50% 2 GB RAM will allocate it to Elasticsearch, and while leaving the other 50% free. So other the 50% will be the free. So our requirement is at least 4 GB RAM we need. The SonarQube will be start up and running. And this is the reason that the SonarQube is getting stopped here, because you can see the Elasticsearch is listening on this port, and this is not going to up and running. So we are not seeing that this is waiting for the Elasticsearch to be up and running, and the Elasticsearch is not up and running because of the less memory. So if I go back to my Linux system, you can see this is the instance type is T2 micro, and if I come on the terminal, you can see here is the GB. So total RAM is the 952 MB only, and used RAM is 228 MB, and available RAM is 723 MB, and cache RAM is this. That's why this system T2.micro system is not fulfilling our requirement. That is the issue. So what we can do, first let me go and change this T2 micro, because T2 micro is having only the 1 GB RAM. Okay, we need the more GB RAM. So what I will do, first let me go and stop this instance. So I will stop this instance. This is going to stop the instance, and now so you can see this is stopping the instance, and then come to T2.micro, right click, and then you can see the instance setting is there, and then you can change the instance type. So click on this one. Now here you can see T2.micro. Alright, T2.micro is there now, but we need the other instance. I'm going to remove this one, and here I'm going to search T2.medium. So I'm going to select the T2.medium. You can see this is the T2.medium, but the problem is that T2.medium is not available for the free tier account. But don't worry, we can use for some time. It won't take much pricing for us. So if you see here, if I'm going to select T2.medium, I can see for on-demand Linux pricing is there this much USD per hour. If you are using for 1 hour, this much dollar you have to spend. So I can see 3.92 rupees I have to pay, and that I can pay. This is very less price for me for the learning. At least I can spend this much. Now I am going to change with this one, so I'm going to select this one. Alright, T2.medium. Okay, and this is having the CPU is the 1 core and T2.medium is having the 2 core. Okay, and if I go and see the SonarQube server requirement is that we need the 2 core processor. So if you can see for the small scale installations we need the 2 core processor. So here the T2.medium is fulfilling the 2 core processor. Now here it is having only the 1 core processor and this much is the RAM is available and we need 4000 RAM, 4096 RAM and 2 core. That means it is fulfilling our hardware requirement on the Linux machine. So now I am going to use the T2.medium and the CPU option should be the num. Now change it. This will take time to change the instance type from T2 to micro to medium. The instance type is changed successfully. Alright, now I'm going to start this server again. So right click and then start the instance. So this is in the running mode. So like that you can change the instance type without creating a new machine. So now I'm going to copy this public IP address this time. Okay, now we need to start a new session. So I'll click on the session SSH and this is my remote host this time and I'm going to specify the username. So EC2 hyphen user and advanced SSH settings, private key, select this one, new AWS demo key, open and OK. Alright, so we are connected with the Linux machine, clear. Now this time I'm going to say sudo -, so I become the root user. So I will go first to the OPT folder. Inside the OPT folder we have our SonarQube folder. Inside the SonarQube we have the bin folder and inside the bin we have the Linux folder is there. So if I go and see the sonar.sh is there. So now let me start this one. So /sonar.sh. Okay, we need to append the string start. So first let me check the status. SonarQube is not running, so let me go and see. Just start. So started the SonarQube server. So I'll go back and again I need to access this new IP address. So I will copy this one. I'll paste here and 9000 is the port number. So still I'll continue with this site and now let me go to the logs. What the logs are saying. Okay, so I will go to the logs folder. Inside the logs we have the sonar.log is there. So let me get sonar.log. Alright, so now we are waiting for the Elasticsearch to be up and running. SonarQube is stopped. You can see waiting for the Elasticsearch to be up and running and the Elasticsearch is listening on this port. Okay, so if I go to the terminal, the SonarQube is stopped again. Still we are not able to launch this SonarQube server. We are getting this error again. First thing is that the SonarQube is not allowed to run with the root user. This is the root user. We need to create a user. So what I will do, first let me create a user in the directory. So first let me come out. This is the SonarQube directory. So here I'm going to use the one new user. So let me clear. Now first you need to come to the SonarQube. Now here, now how to add the new user for SonarQube server. Okay, so that we can start the SonarQube server. So first come to the SonarQube directly. Now here sonar add and the sonar is the name sonar. Admin is the username. Enter. Now we need to set the password. So pass wd and the sonar admin is the same password. Now changing the password for the user sonar admin. So new password sonar admin and this is the bad password. So you don't worry, you can enter the same password. Now you can see all the authentication token updated successfully. Okay, so now we have created the one user. Okay, and we have added the password for that user, but we need to give the ownership of that user so that it can access this folder. So if I go ll-a, you can see, okay, let me go back again. Now here if you see with the SonarQube, still we are having the root user. So only the root user can access the SonarQube directory. We need to give the ownership to our user, Sonar admin. So how can we give that? So first clear the screen. Now type the ch on command -r. Recursively we are giving the access ch on command, and now your username Sonar admin colon, now your group name also Sonar admin, and which is the directory. So /opt/SonarQube. This is the my directory. Now enter. Alright, so we have given the permissions and we have on this one. So now let me go and see this time. So this time I can see this folder ownership got changed. So the Sonar admin, the ownership got changed. You can see now this Sonar admin can access to this directly. Now I need to give some more access for that. So I need to give some specific permissions to all the files and folder within directory. So now here only we have the drwxr permission. So how can we change this one? chmod is -r 775 is the permissions we need to give, and the permission we will give to the /opt/SonarQube. Enter. Now if I go and see the permissions this time, you can see this permission got changed. So now we have given the specific permission to this SonarQube directory. The user will be the Sonar admin. Okay. Now let me clear this one. So till now we have added the user, we have set the password, we created the group, and we have changed the ownership, and then we have changed the permissions to SonarQube folder. Now let me update this user in the sudo file. So I will type vi sudo is there and update. Now this file is open. If you type the command vi sudo, now press I, and now you can enter. So if you just scroll down, we need to give the wheels permission under the wheels. So Sonar admin and all, and this will be the all. That's it. Now press. Now here things without a password. So if you come down to the wheels, under this one we need to add the Sonar admin, and then you just enter the all and then no password. So if you come this side and you can give the space, and this password we are setting under. Now here I'm not going to make the Sonar admin allow the root to run any command, so I'm going to remove this one. You need to add only the wheels, allow the people in the group field to run all the commands. We can allow the people. So this is the Sonar admin, and the things we can do without the password Sonar admin. Alright, now press escape, then colon wq and enter. Alright, so now we have set up the username password in the sudo files. Now we need to switch to that user. So for that I will type the su -sonar admin. So now this time you can see I changed to the Sonar admin. This is the user, and now I will go to the /opd folder, and inside the opd folder I am having the SonarQube. So I will go to the SonarQube, then I will go to the bin folder, then inside the bin folder I will go to the Linux folder is there, then I will see the sonar.sh. Now this time let me see the status. This time SonarQube is not running, so now I'm going to make it run. So let me type the start. Alright, so this is started the SonarQube server. Alright, so now let me go back to the logs folder. So I'll go to the logs folder, and now let me get the sonar.log. Alright, so this time you can see the process is up. Okay, and this is going to be up, and Elastic is to be up and running. So if I again go and perform the cat command, and after some time you can see the SonarQube will be the up and running. So this time you can see the process is up. Now if I go back to this browser here and if I reload, I am able to access this SonarQube server. Alright, so now my SonarQube server is starting. You can successfully set up the SonarQube server on this Linux machine, and finally you are able to make the up and running. So it is taking time to make the SonarQube server to be in the operational. So once you got the message SonarQube server is operational, then you can fully access the SonarQube server. Alright, so now you can see the SonarQube server is the operational and this process is up and running, and default administrator is still being used, so make sure to change the password. Alright, so now let me go back to the browser. Alright, so now my SonarQube server is up and running. Alright, so this is the issue we have resolved completely, and now we can access the SonarQube server, and only we need to add only the 9000 port number with the IP address version 4, and like that you can set up the SonarQube server. Now if I want to log in, I can use the default admin password. So admin is the default username and the password. So this is going to log in. So I'm going to change the password first. So the old password was the admin and the new password will be I have entered the new password. Now let me update and save it. Alright, so now you can see my SonarQube server is up and running on this server. Alright, this is the server, and now SonarQube server is the operational. Now here we are going to set up the SonarQube. Okay, one by one we will integrate with the Azure DevOps, we will import the GitHub, and then we will see all the project summaries and all. So we have troubleshoot all the SonarQube installation error. We no need to install the external database on the Linux machine to make the SonarQube server up and running on the Linux machine, and now we are able to access the SonarQube web server UI. So this is a complete process by which you can set up the SonarQube latest version on your. We will integrate the GitHub with the SonarQube server, and we will create the app ID, client secret, install the app, and we will create GitHub project, and then why we need the self-hosted runner. So we are going to cover this topic in the next video.